All right, all right, all right.
Hello.
Hello, one, and hello, all. I thank you for coming today. My name is Usubeni Yume, and I'm honored to be your host in the place you've been looking for all your life. Welcome to the other side. We are joined today by the lovely and talented Astrid Arcana. So, would you please hashtag plug yourself?
Oh, wait, I gotta spam the emote because we have the hashtag plug yourself emote.
Yes.
Ka-chow, there it is. There it is.
hmm
Um, hello, everybody who knows me and who doesn't know me. My name is Astrid Arcana, and I am a VTuber, as you can see. And I stream here on Twitch and I do a bunch of stuff from, a bunch of video games. I like to do art as well. I'm currently full-time uni student. I'm in my final semester, which is very, very
Nice.
exciting. And I'm studying Japanese and illustration. So there's that. Um, yeah. Um, I suppose that's it. Hello.
Yeah. What a talented person. Cue the laugh track, please. Oh wait, we don't have that yet.
On
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
what? We've got the clap track, don't we?
You need to give me notice to use the laugh track.
Okay.
Oh, there is a
All right. So as you guys know, this is our talk show. First, we'll probably focus on you, Astrid, and then we'll move on to your character, Emmyth. How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Great, great. So first question: what is your history and experience with D&D?
So, it was when I first found out about D&D and all that. It was
Mhm.
like a few years ago. Around it was after I'd gotten out of high school. After me and Merlin had gotten out of high school. Um, I will give credit to Merlin, um, for getting me into it. He's gotten me into a lot of things, um,
Mm.
including D&D. Um, but
What
I
about
think it was
influence?
around 2018 or 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was like 2018 when I first got into it, and I thought, where has this been my whole life? This is the most amazing thing. This is like, I don't know why I hadn't already been invested in this. This is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. This is great. Um, so I guess I've just kind of been playing since. I've been playing, a few D&D games, and then I've been playing some like homebrew games that Merlin's made. Um, yeah, I suppose that's it really. And I just want to learn more TTRPGs on forever because it's awesome and I love it.
And so, what draws you into TTRPGs and role playing games in general? What is it about it?
It's just like the creativity and the freedom. It's just
Mm.
I'm a very, very creative person. I love to make up new characters, especially when I'm someone who wants to get into concept art. What's the word I'm looking for? Specializing in
Mm-hmm.
character design,
Mm-hmm.
especially character concept art. It's such a good outlet, and just it really is the freedom that in a TTRPG game, honestly, anything can go if it
Mm-hmm.
falls within the rules and stuff. But role playing wise, if you want to do that thing, you can do that thing. You can be whatever you want to be in a
Exactly.
TTRPG, and you can pretty much do whatever you want to do within moral reason. And sometimes
Depending on
not.
what game you play.
Oh yeah, depending on what game you play. Um, but yeah, it's just so much creativity and so much freedom, and just you just get to have so much fun with friends, and I just
Mhm.
love that. Like, and it's so fun dragging people in, especially people who haven't played before,
Like
and
me.
just yeah. Except for you happen to be lucky to be such a freaking natural at it, so like, but whether or not they have the kick for it or not, it's just so fun to be able to pull people in and then just have such a fun time. So yeah, I love it so much.
Mm.
It's great.
Yeah. As a quick aside, do
Hmm.
check out Astrid's art. It's quite amazing.
Thank you.
And-
Yes, I've drawn many of our characters. I'm working on a
Yes.
Emmyth because I have not drawn him like on his own yet, like with a cool scene and stuff. I haven't posted, but I've done a Dante and Aoife, which I did finish on stream, but I haven't posted it yet, which I must.
Ooh.
I must do. Yes.
Hopefully you don't draw Matif in the he gets hard scene.
Oh my god. I watched that clip over and over again, and it's just it's so good. The delivery is great. You watch Matif get hard. So what? Poor Pastel had no clue what she had just fallen into there. Oh my god.
Okay, so as we know her, Emmyth is a femme fatale. She's deadly, sultry, and mysterious. And so, is Emmyth the type of character you would normally play?
Well, no, like yes and no.
Mhm.
Like not really. Just because like I don't know. I don't feel like I haven't played enough characters to say that she shares a lot of traits you know, with what my standard character would be. I don't really have like a character that I would commonly pick, but I feel as though she's a bit of a rarer choice for me because of how serious and sultry she tries to be, whereas I always like to make a joke and be a bit of a crackhead every now and then. So I feel like, yeah, like she is what I would want to usually play, but at the same time, she's not. So, I don't know. She's just a fun character that I came up with. And, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give myself a challenge. I'm gonna be a hot bitch. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have so much fun. And now that I've played her, heck, I probably feel more comfortable to make more characters like her. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's really interesting because you seem very natural at playing that type of character. So I thought it's something you'd done like quite a few times before.
Surprisingly not. My like previous characters include a extremely socially awkward Warforged gunslinger named Bullet, who has no skill with charisma at all. Absolutely nothing. The guy sucks. He's got just like kind of a monotone accent, and it's hilarious. He's hilarious. And then I mean that's the only other like D&D character like I think I've really played. And then I've played like a in a homebrew game in a homebrew system that you may have heard of. Yume, Merlin's superhero RPG that he's been working on. I played a kid called KJ, or Katsuya Jackson, and he was really kind of your typical kind of like introverted little kind of like bad boy that's kind of sweet on the inside. Just like a typical teenager that wears tech wear and plays video games.
I see.
That kind of energy. You know, black hair, black clothes, is sweet, but he's also like physically super tough. You know, one of his powers was strength, as well as shapeshifting and stuff. So, yeah.
Are you just listing your DL type right now? Because that's what it sounds like.
I mean, honestly, is it gender envy sometimes? Maybe a tiny bit. Like, I feel like we've all, like, I feel like I've seen so many people on the internet see certain characters that they're like, shit, you're making me double take my identity here, you know? Like, it's so good. I honestly, when I play KJ, I live out my hot anime boy dreams through him.
Yes.
It's incredible. And just when I thought it couldn't get any spicier, he ended up getting a boyfriend, and it was the best thing in the world. And it was another player character that we had. So that was fun. That was yeah,
Nice.
that was fun. And I hope to play him again one day. He's beautiful and deserves to see the
Yes.
sun again.
And so, as we also know, Emmyth is, slightly clumsy and forgetful at times. So how much of that is Emmyth and how much of that is you?
100% me. It is just yeah. Emmyth is not really supposed to be clumsy, but because I am and I just am forgetful, that slips in and I'm like, you know what? I don't really have a choice. I have to make it work now. I have to be like, yeah, oh yeah, that was totally an active character choice I definitely made. She's definitely so clumsy. And then the inside, I'm like, I have no clue what's going on. I've forgotten what's going on. I do. And Merlin confronted me, and he's like, are you taking notes? I'm like, actually, I am. Actually, I am. Do I remember what those notes are? No, I don't.
No.
He asked me today, he's like, what happened last session, Astrid? I was like, court case. And that's
Yes.
it. And then he's like,
Other stuff happened.
The wine? I'm like, oh yeah, wine. Yeah, that happened too. So the clumsiness comes through as me.
Okay.
It's pretty much me. This is why I don't play high wisdom characters or high intelligence, because I don't know if I physically do it. I don't know if it's in me. It's not in me.
So related to that, is there any type of character that you would like to play but haven't yet?
Oh. Well, I've played 2 very socially awkward characters and one who isn't afraid to get her tits out. So there's a very clear difference there. So
Yes.
I mean, I have in the past. I played a sorcerer once. He was an Aarakocra sorcerer, and so it was a budgie. Because Aarakocra are bird people, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it a budgie, and it was great. His name was Bicky, and he had a little Irish accent. And he was so cute.
I like that.
He was totally adorable. Yeah,
Ooh.
he was great. So I mean, I would definitely want to give a crack. There are some classes that I have not yet played. I have played in like a few little one-shots with friends. I've tried a druid before. A couple times I've tried a druid for like one-shot kind of stuff. Tried a sorcerer for that one-shot I did one time. Oof. I really, and in contrast to what I just said about how I don't play high intelligence and high wisdom characters, I would love to try out like a wizard or a monk. I have not played a monk before. No,
That'd be really awesome.
Yeah, I have played a warlock before as well. I think the only classes I haven't played is a wizard, a monk, a barbarian. I haven't played. I don't think. Played fighter. Bullet was a fighter. He was a gunslinger. Yeah. I mean, in regards to so that's like classes I want to try and dip into, stuff I have not tried before, so I know what I'm into and what I'm not into. In regards to like personality and vibes, I feel like I've pushed myself all over the spectrum. I've played characters with big extroverted personalities, but I've also played characters that are fairly kind of like flat, socially awkward. So I mean, I am not sure. I would definitely love to have a crack at more evil characters or characters with shitty morals, because
Yes,
all
I'd
my
like to see that.
all my characters have been quite good. You know, really. You know, even if you look at Emmyth, she is like she's in a weird spot. Because like I'm like, oh yeah, she's a pirate, you know. She's a pirate. She doesn't really care about other people. you know, and I try to uphold that as much as I can sometimes. But then I'm like, when it comes to morals, like, is she really all bad?
Yeah.
She puts it out to be. But I mean, heck, that's for the rest of the story to decide, you know.
Exactly.
And everyone else will just have to see what happens, you know. So yeah,
Look
I
forward to
definitely
it,
would like
everyone.
to. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Look forward to it, everybody.
Me personally, I'm kind of interested to play like this monk who's really timid and gentle. But when I multi-class, I'm gonna multi-class into like some berserker, and I'll have like a whole different personality, and I'll be like a Jekyll and Hyde type character.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Mm.
cool.
In the future,
Oh.
I'd like to do something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know for a fact that Merlin, who is our quote unquote like director doing the transitions and the tech behind the scenes, is probably listening into this and is very pleased to hear the word multi-class because he loves multi-classing.
Yes.
He loves multi-classing. So if you want to just vent about multi-classing ideas, Merlin will absorb that and he will listen. But
That's the
looking
reason I'm
forward to
multi-classing
that.
right now, yes.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Very good. I'm looking forward to it. Because yeah, Emmyth is what? She's also got that level in fighter.
The next question. What are some real... Are we good?
Oh, I think we're good. I think there was a slight lag, but I think we're back on track now.
Okay. All good? Hear me?
I think we're all good. Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Cool.
All right. So I was getting to the next question. What are some real and or fictional inspirations for Emmyth?
Okay, this one was hard when I read over some of these questions. Because like I had to try and like remember, oh my god, what inspired her? Like when it came to other characters, I even talked with Merlin and I was like, Merlin, you were there when I first created her. I don't remember what inspired her. And I think the closest thing we can remember is from Critical Role. There is the Ruby of the Sea, Jester Lavor's mum, who's, you know, very extravagantly just sexy, really. I mean, her whole career is, you know, she, you know, has clients, if you know what I'm saying. She does, and you know, she performs, and you know, she's just such a grandeur, rich kind of demeanor about her. So I was like, oh yes, sexy, empowered babe right there. Let's go for something like that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I can't really. Generally, when I think about the ideas that I had for when I made Emmyth, is I didn't really take a lot from exterior inspiration. I just went into my head and I was like, what vibe do I want? Because when I build characters, unlike I know, you know, some people, I know Merlin does it the opposite way, but what I do is I go for the vibe and the personality first. And then I will jump into D&D Beyond and make that character within, you know, D&D Beyond, and pick the class that suits the vibe the most, pick the race that suits the vibe the most, as opposed to going into like D&D Beyond being like, okay, I want to play like a dragonborn barbarian, you know, whatever, and then making that, and then looking at that character and thinking, okay, what are they going to be like? I always go vibe first, because I just love pouring myself into roleplay, and if I get to be able to play a certain like character, or you know, give off a certain vibe and be able to be a certain personality, I will sacrifice having to learn new rules, new spells, new fighting mechanics.
Yes.
You know? So if I made it a character that, you know, really had a vibe, and they happened to suit being a barbarian, despite me personally having never played one before, I will go off and learn how to play Barbarian so I can be that character the best it can be.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so, but yeah, when it came to Emmyth, I just knew that I wanted extravagant, cocky. I knew I wanted someone cocky. I remember that was one of the main kind of vibes. And I was like, I want someone who's fancy with a sword. Like flourishy, almost just cocky with a sword. And it just kept coming back to pirate. Hot pirate chick. And I was like, yes, it's happening. We're making it happen. And that's essentially the idea that spawned this hot babe that is Emmyth.
It was a good combination that worked out very, very well.
It's it. Thank you very much.
All right. So these next set of questions are going to be answered by your character, Emmyth.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So if Emmyth had an equivalent to $1 million, let's just say USD.
Yeah.
What would she do with it?
Oof. I mean, and then if we're thinking equivalent to USD, Shiza, that's like 1.2 mil Australian dollars, I think. 1.3? Okay. Yeah. So it's like 1.3-ish. So, you know, if I kind of had to put the equivalent of that. I mean, Emmyth would definitely... She would probably set up a spa house. Not like a spa house. A what is it? Like a public sauna, public bathhouse. You know, like the big Roman ones where everyone's just naked and just in or, you know how everyone's just chilling around, steam is everywhere, beautiful big columns. She'd set something up like that. And she would also just buy a shit ton of jewels. But she would definitely get a boat, a ship, beautiful ship. It's going to be the most gorgeous ship that anyone has ever seen before. Oh, and her wardrobe is going to skyrocket to god tier. It's not even going to be funny. She's just going to go full luxury, bump up the pirate life as nice as she can get it, have that business working on the side for her. Yeah, she's gonna put all that money into that, for sure.
I would never have expected a bathhouse.
It was one
Is there a reason for that?
Well, it was one of the ideas that I had for her, quite a little while back, because Emmyth has been a creation of mine for a little while, at least like a year. And in like one of her original kind of, you know, brainstormed formats and whatever, she was running essentially like a bathhouse that secretly doubled as a brothel.
Oh, I see.
And she would kind of be like, if she was in town, she had a wait list, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, she had a wait list for if people wanted to see her, and there was a mighty price to be able to get in to see her. And, you know, but yeah, so I just kind of feel like, you know, it's just so, I feel like Emmyth loves that concept because it's kind of freeing in a sense where it's like, just strip, be naked, relax, have fun. Wait a minute, I think Merlin just corrected and said I've been playing her for over 2 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have been playing her for over 2 years. Since mid 2019. Merlin is correcting me because I cannot remember these things for life. Thank you, Merlin. But yeah, so it's been a while since she's been a product of my mind, and just being able to play her now in a game with just an amazing game, amazing DM, amazing world, and amazing other players, you guys, which has just made it the most like fulfilling experience for her, and it's like it's getting the most out of Emmyth, and that just makes me so happy. But But yeah, that's what she spent her money on, is all that kind of luxury. It'd be lit. She wants people to be free and naked in water, and yeah, it's just it's
Interesting.
yeah. I feel like she just loves the concept, and I guess then
Of being
maybe
naked?
oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah. Oh, it's one of her staples. It's one of her main things. And probably there isn't, probably if it were to ever happen, it would probably also be because there isn't any in the Diplomatica where she's from. So
Interesting.
yeah. That's what I
Okay,
got.
so next question. Other than $1 million, what
Mhm.
would be Emmyth's ideal birthday gift?
When I read, there's so many good choices. My first thought, the first thing I came up with when I thought about this was like a full-on not diamond, but like just anything really, just a jewel encrusted dagger, like all over the hilt to a ridiculous extent, and it wouldn't be one to be used. It would be more of a decoration that you would set up real nice in on a cabinet, real fancy. You know how people have like crossed swords that hang above their bed or whatnot. It would just be a real staple furniture piece. Like, here, look how nice this is. Have I used it before? No, but look how nice it is. Something like that. She would also love. I feel like she would definitely love good old necklaces, jewels. Specifically necklaces, I think. But she loves it obviously because, her shirt's open, as you can can see right there. If I tilt my head in the right direction, her booba and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple designs I've drawn her. She has had like one necklace at one point. I can't remember. But I feel like she would just really enjoy jewels. Me, Astrid, isn't one for like super crazy diamond jewels. And oh my gosh, thank you so much for the follow, Killua.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, I saw the little notification looks so good. It's such a pretty pack. It's great. But yeah, she would love just a diamond necklace. Astrid's like not fussed. I'm not fussed. I have so much worth goes into just thought and intention. If you got the cheapest necklace there was, I would be so happy just because you thought about you put thought into that. I love your mouse there, Merlin, over my face.
So I'm curious. So related to that, how would Emmyth react to a present that's just like a carving of a fox and maybe like a letter? Something simple. How would she react to that?
Bro, that is so specific. I know exactly what you're thinking. Don't act like, oh, I wonder who maybe is thinking of giving her a cuff.
I wasn't asking for a friend. That was just pure curiosity.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. I would honestly, because Emmett's going through a period of time. She's got some character design that's coming her way. Character development's what I meant to say. Oh my god, Phoenix with the resub for 2 months, you champion.
Ooh, nice.
Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like we need to give the boy some love. Thank you, Phoenix. Mwah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Very much appreciate it. Honestly, yeah, because she's going through a period of character development, I feel like if it was Emmyth before having met the party, maybe a few years ago, I think she'd appreciate it. She would still appreciate it, but now I feel like she's starting to learn like maybe there are people that maybe there's people I care about. Maybe just Jules isn't really everything. As much as like she loves them and she knows she can get the worth out of them, obviously, and they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Quote unquote, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Apparently. Oh,
That's me.
yo! Oh my god! Look at you go! This is wonderful! Oh my god! Hell yes! Hell yeah! Anyways, sorry. I feel like she would actually think more about it and be more taken aback, like, oh, like, someone went through the effort to pick something for me or make something for me. And, like, she'd be like, oh, like, wow, that's, like, that is fueled by kindness. It was an act of kindness. It wasn't just, here's a material gift just to suck up to you or whatnot. Maybe she's been used to that, of just living and knowing material worth is the best kind of worth, but, maybe it's not all that. So, it was hard to kind of, like, pick her present. So I feel like that, the real pretty encrusted dagger is just like a nice little representation of kind of her personality, where it's, it's beautiful, it's deadly, just like her. So,
Exactly.
I think that's the best answer I can come up with for now. It may be completely different answer down the track once she's grown a bit more, but yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Very interesting. So the next question is going to be a little bit more serious.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. So there is a train barreling out of control with no way of stopping it. And Emmyth has to make a decision about which track the train runs to. So if she chooses track A, someone Emmyth deeply cares about will die. If she chooses track B, 10 innocent people will die. Which one will she choose?
Now, God, I thought about this one, and like, oh God, I'm not even gonna delve anywhere near to like what Astrid thinks of this, because it had me stressing out.
Oh no.
I was like, oh my God, I can be selfish when it comes to the people I love, but like I'm kind, but then I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. But this isn't about me. This is about Emmyth. Emmyth is selfish. She would choose track A. She'd save the one she loved and she'd let 10 people die. Emmyth, I think, would do that. Just because I guess she's done a lot with death. She's she's had to kill people before. She's done pirate shit. Of course she's killed people before. So she's taken life before, and because it's rare for her to even form any close connection with someone. If it's someone she cares about, that is worth a lot to her. It's a real big thing for her to have someone that she cares about in peril, whereas she's just kind of killed people before. So I think she'd definitely just be like, you know what, soz, but this is too good of a chance for me to lose. This is someone I actually care about. This doesn't come around every day, that I just care about people. So she would probably go the selfish route. Let the 10 people die. Judge her if you will, but I feel like I also fall into this trap of, I always want my characters to be so like to be good all the time, and be so like righteous, and be like, oh no, but maybe deep down they feel bad, which it draws back to how I really want to try out really kind of like morally evil characters, because it's not what I usually do. And so when it comes to Emmyth, with Emmyth, I feel like it's okay, considering her backstory, that she is allowed to have those, maybe I realized, like, it's okay to be nice and kind of like let the good morals seep through. as opposed to trying to be a badass all the time. I feel like it's okay with Emmyth just because of like contextual stuff. But at the same time, I gotta stop making every character perfect. And like, I really sat down and I thought, yeah, Emmyth would take the selfish route here. It's not necessarily morally the one a lot of people would pick, but I think she would take that one. So it was a hard one to answer, but I think that's what I'm gonna settle on for her.
That was a good answer though, and I'm pretty sure Merlin's getting ideas right now for future episodes.
Shit, you don't you dare, don't do it. No. No.
Okay, so this next question.
No. Don't jinx it. I swear to God, don't do it.
Okay, so this next question has to deal with the other members of the group. So Emmyth's thoughts on each character. Can you name one strength that she sees in each character, and one thing that she thinks is very dangerous about each character? Go in any order you'd like.
Nice. All right. The first one that just popped in my mind was Matif. So I will start with Matif. I feel like a strength that Emmyth sees in Matif. God, I'm really gonna think about this one. Well, especially because Matif has a very similar context to Emmyth when it comes to pirating. Alright, so she would look at Matif and kind of be like, I see strength in like in your endurance because I kind of know the kind of lifestyle you've gone through because I've been there too. And that he also is really oh god, I know what I'm trying to say. Real kind of sure of himself, and he's real sure of his he's sure of his beliefs. You know, if he's like, this is dangerous, we should not be doing this, this is a dumb idea, we shouldn't do that, and like he stands by that. So I feel like that can be a strength where he doesn't just kind of easily give in to people. You know. In regards to a danger, what makes them dangerous? I mean, I feel like that could also be what's dangerous about him, is the fact that he is so strong with his opinions. It's a strength and it's a weakness, I feel, as you know, because like he's really strong-willed and he stands for what he believes in, but at the same time he may stand so hard that he won't change his mind for anything. You know, and he may like go against other people and be like, I don't care what you guys think, I'm just kind of gonna go with my gut instinct because that's what I think, and that could lead to danger. We don't know. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with for Matif. Next in my mind popped Aoife. Aoife, other than being an absolute little sunshine, a little flower. She's so beautiful, tiny little pure baby that could kill you with spells.
Okay, that could kill you. Yes, very.
Oh
much
yeah,
so.
yeah. A strength is definitely, you know, just kind of like, I feel like her quietness in a way that she knows kind of when to stay out of a fight. Especially when Lucy got taken away. I'm looking at the comments. Aoife's the strongest member of the party, 100%. Clerics, man. Yeah. Strength, the fact that she's a Twilight cleric. Yeah, pretty much. But like when Lucy got taken away, Emmyth had a very different reaction. She's like, no, I'm gonna try to lunge, be like, bitch, give it back. Whereas Aoife was kind of like, I don't know, guys. I think I should just stay to the side, you know? She was
That's a good voice.
Oh, thanks. She's got such a cute voice. The tone is beautiful and wins me over every time. yeah, there's so many like little wonderful little things about her that I feel we'll definitely get to know more with Aoife. What makes her dangerous is I feel like she can be pretty mischievous.
You think so?
I feel though she can. I think it was episode 0, if I'm correct. I can't remember. Pretty sure it was episode 0, where we had to retrieve the smut novel or whatnot.
Oh yes, yes.
And I can't remember. I swear Aoife tried to like take something.
I think it was the necklace or amulet. It might have been.
Yeah, she was kind of like,
Yes.
oh, like if no one knows about it, we could take it. So I think something that makes him dangerous maybe is the fact that she is so pure. Is that we just don't know what else is going on.
Exactly.
She could be the devil's incarnate. We don't know. So she's a mischievous little bugger. So I feel like there's a lot to her that we don't know, which is what makes her dangerous. But other than that, she has lots of wonderful strengths. She's kind and just a lot of little things. I'm gonna save you for bloody last. I am.
Okay.
I have to. I feel like I have to. My Dante.
Yes.
God, I forgot how many of us there were for a second. I'm like, have I missed? How many people have we got left? Oh, right. Dante. Oh, Dante. His strengths is he has a lot of faith. Oh, you Windham in the chat right now. Oh God. I better not slag him off. Dante is the worst character in my opinion. No. I'm kidding, baby. I'm kidding. I joke. But there are. I feel. Oh God, what was I saying? I had a direction I was going with this. Is once again Dante freaked me out when I looked at his stat sheet. He has the same charisma as Emmyth. And I'm like, wait, what? And then it's just a different kind of charisma. I mean, at this point, I feel like a lot of it's with animals, because this elk is all around. Don't you dare make that a hashtag. We're not doing hashtag cancel the poll. No! Stop! That's terrible.
Oh,
Oh God, no! Don't. Vote her out. Oh my God. But strengths about Dante is he is also, I do think he's quite wise in, I can't remember what his wisdom stat is. Regardless, wait, it's a 10? That was incredibly quick in the chat. Was that in response to me asking what his wisdom score was? Gee, okay, that was quick. But despite his wisdom only being a 10, I feel like he is wise when it comes to picking his fights. Similar to Aoife, I feel like Dante and Aoife share a lot of those qualities together. They're like they're the short, smart gang, the SSG, if you will.
SSG.
Oh yeah, SSG, the small, smart gang. Yeah, I feel like Dante also just cares a lot, and he's got that wisdom behind him. And Emmyth kind of knew him the most, since they did a couple little paid jobs together, and Emmyth kind of found a liking to kind of that, like, the innocence. He just seemed like a little bit like innocent, and like Emmyth was kind of like, oh, let loose a little bit, like,
Yes.
just chill out, man. I'm just kind of like, I'd rather not, actually,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. God, oh, I'm so bad at answering these kind of questions. I wouldn't. This
Doing
is the
just
one.
fine.
This is the
Doing
one I
just
should have prepped for. Thank you. This is the question I should have prepped for the most. Oh my god. But yeah, I'll move on to what I think is dangerous about him because I think I'll be able to.
Go ahead.
I mean, oh god, that's actually even more difficult. I can't really think about. I'm not sure what's dangerous about Dante.
Hmm.
I mean, oh man, I'm really thinking about this one. Wow. I guess Emmyth thinks that, I guess the connection that he has to the elk and the previous experiences regarding kind of like animal, the elk in particular is kind of like, is there something you're telling us here? Are you a full-on animal god? like, what's going on? Has he got some kind of unknown power that we could be utilizing, but you're not telling us about? So yeah, Dante is a little sweet, complex character that, and it goes for literally everyone in this campaign is just, I feel like time will tell.
Exactly.
Once we all like come out of our shells, I feel like there's a lot of development to be had. There's already been so much kind of development, relationships between characters, but I feel like there's so much potential, and I'm
Still
excited.
just the tip of the iceberg. Yes.
It is. It really is. And the tip of the iceberg, and we are on the Titanic. So we're about to crash into it, and we're about to feel the full force of the iceberg. The rest of the iceberg is the story. The storyline and the plot is about to obliterate us to show our true colors.
Yes.
And wow, lastly, Lucy, or Mr. Burns, as I should call him.
Yes, Lucifer T. Burns.
Lucifer T. Burns.
T
What
is short for Theodore.
It's short for Theodore?
Yes.
Why didn't you say so? Oh my god. Oh, that's great. I love that. Oh my god. Yeah, so Emmyth is just going to be teasing him with Mr. Burns. Because we didn't really get, I'm super excited for the next episode because we've just hit the winery. And so I feel like there is going to be a lot of good roleplay. It's going to be sick.
Yes,
just because it's kind of like we dealt with a lot of stress, I feel. With no thanks to you.
Of course.
The whole episode was help Lucy.
Yes.
That's it. That was the episode. It was let's help Lucy.
Help Lucy and get him to stop talking, basically.
Yeah. Just the episode should have just been called "Shut Up, Lucy." Please stop talking. You are making it worse for yourself and everyone around you. So Lucy. What does Emma think of Lucy? I mean, other than the bullshit amount of tension that's been pushed into that relationship, I mean, strength. Emmyth is really very much, I think, impressed. God, she would never admit that though. To that Lucy is very stands hard to his beliefs. Similar to Matif, but in a way different way.
Yes.
He wants to go above and beyond to let people know that these are the things we should be talking about. The issues that we should be talking about. but it's not all just like, you know, the social issues like on the top of the tower. It's also just like, it's like, here's a nice poem I wrote. You guys should listen to this because it's nice and it might make you feel good, whatever. You know? So I guess she kind of admires like, I guess he just, you know, he really likes his craft. I mean, I enjoy my craft, my practice of killing and plundering, you know, that's always great. You know, it's interesting to see someone else put so much into speaking words. Kind of fascinating in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of strengths that she sees. What makes him dangerous is also the same strength of that he stands to his beliefs and lets everybody know about them. As we saw in a couple episodes ago when you got shot off a goddamn building because you can't keep your mouth shut. So, I mean, fair enough, right? Fair enough. Like,
Fair enough.
The dangerous thing is, honestly, she's kind of like, this doesn't just apply for Lucy. I feel like it applies for everybody. The thing she sees that's dangerous about everybody is that they might just get to know Emmyth too much. And she's scared of that, I think. You know, she's kind of like, you know, Lucy goes and writes a poem that's very evidently signaling towards Emmyth the fox, you know, a little bit. And so she's like, oh god, they want to get to know my personality and I don't know how I feel about that. They're curious about me. And I'm like, oh, okay. Interesting. So yeah, what's dangerous about Lucy is that he's interested in people. He's interested in people. That's it. Is that he just really wants to get to know, you know, what's your motivation? Where are you from? What's your deal? What's your backstory? And it's and the fact that it's out of what it seems to be just purely out of curiosity at this point, really, is kind of like, I'm just curious as to what drives you. And you just want to know that for the sake of creativity, you know, pursuing creativity. Like, I could write a poem about that, which, you know, it's been evident that he's done stuff to that extent. So I feel like she's a bit scared. She's a bit worried, I think. You know? So yeah, I think that's what she thinks about everyone. You know, she enjoys everybody's company as like a whole. She definitely wants to punch Matif in the face a couple times. But then again, she's also actually no, I lied. No, she probably wants to give everyone a little light slap on the cheek. Or if you're Lucy,
except for Lucy,
slap across the cheek, which no one can deny he deserved. I said it. I stand by that. Come on, just, you know, nice old slap, and you know, that's it. That's it. We got kicked out the city. And speaking of getting kicked out the city, Merlin reminded me that we forgot to talk to the contacts that were going to get the wine through the border. And now I'm like, oh god, scheiße. What do we do? We're just going to have to do some Mission Impossible shit to get over, and it's going to be great.
Exactly.
So,
what a great group for Emmyth to be with then.
I know, it's interesting because it's like you got one person who's got a very similar context. We got another pirate, sorcerer in this case, and then we got two very much more short
SSG.
Short little friendly folk to keep company and show affection, to an extent where they're kind of like, oh, like you're right, and and then and then there's Lucy, and I feel like that's just self-explanatory. I just feel like it's a mix of familiarity and also the unknown. where she's like, okay, I kind of get how you work, and then there's other people where she's like, I don't know what motivates you, and that scares me a little bit. But she's not gonna show that. She's not scared. She's fearless, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Right? She's fearless. But
All
yeah.
right, so right before we end, I have some fun questions that I actually didn't send to you.
Oh yes, bonus round.
Yes, just some quick fun questions.
Oh, I love
So
little fun questions.
once again, you'll be answering from the view of Emmyth,
Okay.
and
Go.
yeah, you're just gonna choose from one of the characters in the group. So
Ooh.
one character to take out to the movies. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, oh, sorry, I just got really excited.
Okay.
Sorry, I love this kind of shit. It fuels me. Oh. One character to take out to the movies. Oh.
And you can say what type of movie it is too if you want.
Yeah, I feel like. Oh my god, there's like a different movie she would want to take everyone out to though. Emmyth would definitely want to take like she would find so much enjoyment in taking Dante to like a full-on high action adventure, almost like, or like a thriller horror, just to see him get scared, and she'd find so much enjoyment in that. It sounds so bad, but I know she would. But then, like, you know, she might also love to have like a little one-on-one little date with Aoife, because they're the only girls in the group, and heck, they might go watch like a cheesy rom-com and make sure no one hears about it. She would never admit that she went to see a rom-com at the cinemas. Oh no, that's cheesy. That's pathetic. No, but that she'd secretly love it, you know. And then like Matif, she would honestly take him to any movie because she would just love to see. I feel like he would point out all the mistakes.
At the movies.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he'd probably hate it, and he would point out every mistake. Like, be like, oh well, that doesn't even make sense, you know, like, you know, just kind of be like, this is ridiculous. That would never happen in real life. And then Emmyth, like, you know, that's the point, you idiot. It's a movie. And then obviously like Lucy, because you know, she just want to kind of hang out with him, but then be like, buy me food. You can buy me food. And I will enjoy my time. It's not because I want you here or anything. I just want you to buy my popcorn, and you can come along, I guess. You know? So it's not a straight up question, or sorry, not a straight up out answer, where it's like, who would I take to the movies? It really depends. It really depends. I feel like, I feel like. Maybe more.
I feel like your answer was totally fine. That was a beautiful answer.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
So, I have some more. Would you like some?
Of course I would.
Yes. Okay. So
what kind of question is that?
One character to bring in a zombie apocalypse. Who would it be?
Ooh. She'd say herself.
Just herself.
she would say herself. She would be so cocky enough to be like, I can handle anything. I can handle anything. Like, I don't need anyone. Which obviously is a lie. No one could do that kind of crap by themselves. So if she had to pick someone else, she didn't have a choice. She would probably pick. She might pick Matif. I don't know why. Just because I feel like she would. I think she would think that he would cope with it well. I feel like it's like she wouldn't pick Lucy. I don't think, because I feel like he would just get distracted and start reciting poetry to the zombies or something, and she'd be like, "Stop! Just stop! Stop! There's no time for this." and worried that he would just, not be efficient with time or not take it seriously. And I think she would probably assume that Aoife would just shit herself. She'd be terrified. Maybe. Or Dante would be extra terrified.
Yes.
So I think like Matif might be her pick just because they both kind of share the same skill set of like pirate stuff, but then he's got a little bit of magic on his hands in a way, so they could kind of make that work between them and kind of be able to fight their way through a little bit. And Matif doesn't take bullshit, so he wouldn't be as phased mentally by it, which is very important in an apocalypse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she would pick Matif. I think she would. Yeah.
All right. So next question: one character to take home to her parents.
Alright. Okay. In what context? In like, this is my partner, we're dating context, or like, hey, this is my friend, and they're coming over to hang out, and we're gonna go upstairs and play video games context?
Whichever one you want to answer.
Oh my god. Okay.
Or answer both if you want to.
Oh god. I feel like in a romantic context, she'd take Lucy, because she knows for a fact, because of how suave he is, that she would win the parents over. So Lucy, he would win over the hearts of the parents. Yeah, they'd be like, oh, so what's such a nice, what a lovely young man. He's so sweet and like poetic, and you know what I mean? I just feel like his personality would be the perfect, ideal person to like bring home in that context, I think. For sure. In like a hangout context, Aoife. For sure, because she would be so sweet, and then she'd probably sit down and then would have like a tea on the couch or something, and it would be cute. Yeah, I think that's how I'd answer that one.
Interesting. Okay, so last question.
Oh.
Which character would she like to spend a whole day with? And what would they do?
Oh my god, Jesus. It's insane. Oh. See, at the same time, I'm just bad at making decisions. And Action's kind of like feeling bad, like, oh my god, I want to be able to like pick all of them, and I don't want to leave any of them out. But this isn't about Asher, this is about Emmyth. What does she want? Oh god, a whole day, and what would we do? Well, I feel like she'd have a lot of fun with Dante, and I feel like she'd want to take Dante out on this big adventure almost, because I feel like she thinks maybe Dante, is maybe like scared of doing certain things, or hasn't experienced certain things. I mean, like pirating, like she would grab him and put him on a ship and be like, you should come see the ocean for a day. We don't have to like do any of the freaking illegal shit. we don't you can if you want to, I got no issue with that. But
Hangover Part 4, is that what it is?
Yes, that's it. I actually have not seen any of the Hangover movies, but yes, that is exactly it. Yeah, I feel like she'd have a lot of fun with Dante. Being just seeing how he'd cope in certain situations, and maybe hopefully seeing him find new loves for different activities and new foods and new drinks and whatnot, and just kind of, I feel like Emmyth would kind of secretly, secretly, she doesn't want to let those emotions through. What are emotions? Nah. Keep that shit bottled up. Which is the opposite of what you should do. but this is why
Mm.
Emmyth needs help. Okay? Okay?
Mhm.
You know, Astrid knows better than no, you should bottling up your emotions is an extremely unhealthy practice and should not be done. You need to talk
Mhm.
about your shiz. Okay, you need to talk
Yes.
about your shiz.
Yeah.
But Emmyth would secretly kind of enjoy watching Dante come out of his shell, I think,
Mm.
for
Mm.
sure. But then at the same time, Emmyth would also like to hang out with Lucy and in contrast to how she would go about a day with Dante, where she would kind of lead the way and be like, "Come on, let's go do this." It's like that
Mhm.
episode of SpongeBob where Sandy is about to go into hibernation and then takes SpongeBob and like, "Oh, we're going fly fishing," and all sorts of stupid shit, and
Mm.
and then SpongeBob like cannot handle it, and he's like, "I'm horrified. We're doing all these extreme sports. I'm going to die if I keep hanging out with you. Legitimately, like this is
Mm.
all so dangerous. I can't do this anymore." I feel like that's essentially what the day would look like. Is that one episode of SpongeBob with the
Mhm.
hibernation episode?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's. Have you seen the episode I speak of in question?
I have seen it. Yes.
Yes, it's
It's very,
that
very funny.
episode. It's that episode essentially. But if she
Mhm.
spent the day with Lucy, she would kind of just tell him, just take me wherever you want.
Mm.
She'd be like, because I think she feels like you've got so much odd knowledge of places, and you're like, oh, here's like this secret spot that I heard from a friend that told me that their dog like ate a bone back there once, and then like a really roundabout story to be like, I heard of this cool place, let's go and
Mhm.
find the most underground kind of random places, or have the most bizarre ideas that she'd kind of be intrigued by.
Mhm.
So it would be total contrast. She would kind of let Lucy have, like full control of the day and be like, okay, like whatever you want to do, I'm just gonna tag along. I'm just curious. What do you want to do?
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's how I'd go about it. That's what I think.
That is very interesting seeing you talk about every single member of the group and kind of seeing a little bit more into what Emmett thinks of everything, and also what Astrid thinks as well.
Yeah. Oh, I saw there's a little question for Yume before we
Oh.
go. What does Lucy think about this pink-haired fellow? Oh,
Hmm.
the pink-haired fellow that's rocked up in the previous episode.
So I can tell you right now that Lucy's probably thinking, what the hell have I gotten myself into?
Yeah.
He's going to be in a very brooding mood for these next few sessions. He's going to be thinking about a lot.
Oh?
Mm.
Describe brooding. Like,
So kind of like being to himself, a little bit darker,
right. Yeah, okay.
more reserved. Yes.
Oh, okay. Which is what we haven't really seen.
Yeah.
He's
He's been very outspoken so far. So
Eve has been extremely outspoken. Oh yeah, no doubt about that. But yeah, ooh. So I'm very, very excited. I do confirm though. Do we have the whole gang back for this weekend stream on Saturday morning / Saturday night? I believe so. Ooh, very exciting. We'll finally get Kira back. That'll be good. Hope she's doing all well and good. Very nice. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Everyone look forward to the stream.
No, very,
this
very
weekend.
excited.
And
Yes,
I
look
want to
forward.
thank you today for joining us today. Today was very fun and interesting. I'm really glad you got to answer a lot of these questions. So as Merlin says, please hashtag plug yourself once again.
Woo, hashtag plug yourself. Hold on, where's the emote? And there we go. Once again, I will plug myself. My name is Astrid Arcana, and I stream here on Twitch, and I play a bunch of games, and I also do a bunch of art. and I am at Astrid Arcana on just about everything, on Twitter and Instagram, primarily, and I post my art there and stuff. So if you want to check it out, come check it out. Hell yeah! And I had so much fun today. This is great. I love being able to, consider things about Emmyth that I previously had not considered before. There was a lot of stuff where I'm like, you know what would Emmyth do? And then I actually think more, thought more about her character. So I am, especially after this session, this wonderful Otherside interview, I am very excited to see how she's going to approach just conversations with any of the characters, any of the other player characters. So
yes.
I'm very much looking forward to it. And this has been great. And you've been a wonderful host. This has been so fun. And thank you so much. This has been so good.
All right. So everyone, my name is Usubeni Yume. You can find me on my YouTube channel under the same name. Please also follow this channel, our VTuber Tabletop, where we do the other side, our talk show. We do mini makers, which is a lot of miniature painting and unboxing streams. We've also done some Magic the Gathering, and on weekends we do our soon-to-be famous D&D game. So everyone, look forward to that. Thank you very much for coming today, and we will see you soon.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.